What's up, family? In today's video, we'll be looking at creepy and strange TikToks that are going to make you question everything.
But I want you to think about this. Think about this, that something with the capabilities of traveling light years, not showing a heat signature, the energy capabilities of that would put the Pentagon out of business. We wouldn't be fighting these worthless wars overseas over oil, and American boys and girls wouldn't be dying. It would put the war pigs out of business, and they'd have to go somewhere else, and I'm all for that. I'm all for that.
Get him out of here. Yo, they trying to say she AI?
ABC News has obtained a videotape that shows clearly what happened when the president fell ill. Here's White House correspondent Ann Compton.
Here's something odd I came across. This is President Bush Sr., not to be confused with his son, a later president. And in 1992, he vomited on the Japanese prime minister and then fainted. Now, the odd things. Firstly, I don't remember this happening at all. But now there's all these clips on YouTube I'm just seeing. Secondly, watch his wife. That's Barbara Bush, who some say is Aleister Crowley's daughter. Some say is a man. As soon as she sees he's gonna vomit, she darts over to cover his mouth and nose. Possibly the worst thing you could do, right? Was she trying to hide something being seen from camera? And thirdly, look at this news clip. They are about to report that the president died the same day, then suddenly backtrack.
This just into CNN headline news, and we repeat, or we say right off the bat, we have not confirmed this through any other source. Stop. We are now getting a correction. We will not give you that story. It was regarding some rather tragic news involving President Bush, but...
Stop. Don't put it on the air.
See China failing. If you see China failing, it's around 13-14% of the world GDP, and it's around 15 to 20% of the world population. If that country falls, everyone on the planet falls, even America.
Yo. I want to get one of these cameras. They're probably really expensive. But like, what's the plane shooting out? That don't look like a contrail, what they try to tell us. And we got to breathe that stuff in every day. What is the Great Blackout Theory? Who's causing these blackouts and why? Maybe we should all get a 72-hour survival backpack with some water and a lighter and our ID, I guess. Yo, what is this? Where is this? Oh, wait a minute. We got an underwater bridge? Is that what this is? Who built that? An underwater bridge. Huh. Yo. Crazy things you see on here.
So I live here in the Central Valley, and it was raining a couple minutes ago. Can anyone explain the blue water?
They got that Kool-Aid rain. Rare atmospheric phenomenon. That's what they're trying to blame it on or say it is. Who shut them down?
Carpenter wasn't making a fun alien movie. He was showing you how we're already enslaved. We just can't see it. They Live dropped in 1988. Reaganomics, mass media exploding, consumerism at its all-time high. And They Live, the world's elite, the politicians, the news anchors, the rich, they're all actually aliens. But not sci-fi aliens from Mars, aliens who look like us, act like us, and profit from controlling us. Some people believe that this mirrors real-world beliefs about reptilians and interdimensional beings or non-human influencers living among the elite. It's not about little green men, it's about outsiders living like parasites inside human society. With every billboard, magazine, commercial loaded with secret commands. Obey, consume, conform, sleep. And now today, actual subliminal messages in ads, music, and movies. Everyone around you is already hypnotized, and when you try to wake them up, they try to fight you. They don't want to see. Mass formation, psychosis, groupthink, and how it's easier for people to stay asleep than confront an ugly truth. Sounds real, don't it? Carpenter said the hardest thing wasn't aliens, it was getting people to care that they were being enslaved. You don't need a sci-fi movie to see the truth, you just need to open your eyes.
Nah, for real. Like, just getting people to wake up and see what's going on, to realize, hey man, you enslaved here. This ain't what you really think it is. That's the hardest thing. You can say, hey, some green aliens up here. They're gonna be like, whoa, we got green aliens. And then you tell them, yeah, they got you enslaved right now. Man, I ain't enslaved, man. I'll work. I got a good job. 17 an hour.
Okay, actively raining. My horses are frozen in time. Is this a glitch in the Matrix?
Yeah. That's that blue Kool-Aid rain.
What is happening?
Got them frozen.
Shelter. There is shelter.
Oh, nah.
Frozen. This is so weird, you guys. It's so weird. I mean, the goats, they're smart over there. What is happening? No one is moving. What?
Yeah, you could tell like it ain't fake. Their ears are moving, but that's it.
So he talks about this. He interviews this guy who was abducted. It was like hard-working men. That was a logger. Yeah. They're driving down. This UFO appears out of nowhere through the woods. He was with 6 other guys. Tells the guys to stop. He gets out of the truck to like be like, I want to see it before it takes off.
Because he sees this absolutely like glowing UFO floating through the
They're like, get back in the truck, what are you doing? And a light beams down on him. It was like he was electrocuted and like went up like 30 feet in the air. And they freaked out, drove off. So they stopped on the way into town, turned back. He wasn't there. Reported it instantly to the sheriff.
They're immediately under suspicion for murder.
Yeah.
You would have to be.
5 days later, he reappears. He thought he was only gone for an hour. When he was on this craft, he woke up. He thought he was in the hospital. He saw what he thought were doctors around him. Vision cleared, and they were aliens. Rolled off the table there. He said it looked like a human walked in. And he's like, oh, thank goodness. And the human didn't say anything. And they grabbed him and started putting him down on the table. With all his strength, he was trying to get away. It was like I was doing nothing. Put a mask over me. And then I woke up in the woods. He's like, I don't care. It's like, think whatever you want. He's like, I know it sounds crazy, but I know what I went through.
Jeez.
You know, a lot of those abduction stories be the same. It's always about them getting put like on some table with these doctor type aliens around them, performing some type of, I don't know, procedures on them, and they don't really feel it. Sometimes they say they feel it, but then they wake up without having these memories, right? Or they'll have like the memories will be like, what's the word? Like shattered, you know what I mean? Like they'll be trying to piece them together. Every single part of digital life, from shops to traffic lights, hospitals, airports, phones, and trains, all down.
Did you hear what I heard about what got him killed?
Oh, I think we all know generally what got him killed, but what's your theory?
The night before, he had signed an executive order ordering that the Federal Reserve would no longer be printing the dollars, that the U.S. government will now print the dollars.
The Federal Reserve is the U.S. government.
Federal Reserve is a separate entity.
Of the U.S. government. It's still part of the U.S.
Separate thing.
It has less congressional control, correct, than cabinet positions or any other department. Yes, that's for a good reason. You don't want you don't want to politicize. Funny enough, well, Trump's doing that now.
No, what I heard, what I've researched and found, it was comparable to what happened to Abraham Lincoln. He wanted to do the same thing, start printing money himself instead of having a Federal Reserve, because this was the problem with the Fed. If the Fed say Congress need $20 billion, the Feds print, okay, they get the order, they print up the $20 billion. They never print up the interest, because there's interest on that $20 billion that they just did. They've never printed up enough money to pay the interest, so they were always going to be in debt. So I heard that Lincoln, and I would love to find it, that Lincoln had ordered that the Federal Reserve wouldn't be printing money or whatever.
Let's read this. Terrence Howard, was JFK killed over the Federal Reserve? The night before he died, JFK signed an executive order to strip the Fed of its power to print U.S. dollars. Like Lincoln before him, Kennedy wanted the U.S. government, not a private banking entity, to control the nation's money. Right? I mean, wouldn't we all want that? The Fed prints the principal, but never the interest, guaranteeing endless debt. Has anyone ever wondered how America can be in debt trillions of dollars? Was this move toward monetary sovereignty what really sealed JFK's fate? Makes sense. It's true that the money supply can be produced without debt or interest. Lincoln did this during the Reconstruction period. After the Civil War, he printed greenbacks directly through the U.S. Treasury. They were so popular and so widely trusted that they later became the inspiration for the Federal Reserve note, due to the high confidence associated with the currency. This is a very important fact of history. It proves that, as was done in Rome before the empire took hold, a civilization can print money, debt, and interest free, and a feature of public trust. It ends the wage slavery that presently rules our society and economies. Boom! And it also gets rid of all of the people making money off of us. So, hey.
And he was going to print it himself, and the same thing was happening with Kennedy, and I could be wrong.
Chemtrails? No, Disney and Google bought the rights to the first King James Bible, and they're already changing it. Did you see that Disney has...
Whoa, so Disney has the rights to the Bible, and they've changed it. So whoever has an actual physical copy of these early Bibles, you need to hold on to that. Don't let anybody in Disney get a hold of that. We need to hold on to old books, because what I think might happen is these places, these corporations, they're going to start sending people out to buy books, right? To get them off the market so that they can start changing things and start re-putting this information back out there. So we got to kind of protect certain things that we have. Anybody ever seen Silo? Yo, we got to protect these relics.
Gone back and added chemtrails to all their old movies.
Now that's crazy.
No bullshit. Why would they do that? So that children watching the movies don't realize there was clear skies, that they have chemtrails in the movies. They're going back and redigitizing in to their old movies chemtrails because they were not there.
That's a fact.
Disney and is added chemtrails? No, Disney and Google bought the rights to the first King James Bible, and they're already changing it.
Yo, man. If you got old VHS tapes, man, keep those. Show your kids those ones. Because I think the same thing. Like, I was watching Doug the other day. Anybody ever seen the show Doug? Doug Funny? You got the little dog. So, I try to put it on for my kids and say, hey, we're going to watch one of Dad's old cartoons. So I put Doug on, and then the intro comes on, and I'm like, this is not the same intro from when I watched it. So it's a completely different thing. And I'm like, if they can change this, they've probably changed so much with these shows. So when you go on like Disney Plus or any of these other streaming platforms, or if you just go buy the movie right now on DVD, it's probably not the same movie or show that we seen when we were kids.
So you mean to tell me the news would get up there and laugh and tell us that there's going to be an alien invasion happening and that people be prepared for it while they sit up there laughing on national TV about this? You fucking lying.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are a fucking joke. Then it gets worse. It gets even worse. Then they say the top 6 states are safest, that an alien invasion is not coming there. And when I saw the list, I was like, oh, why them and not everybody else? So let's read off the 6 states that they said is safe and that they don't have to worry about the alien invasion, because what the fuck y'all talking about? Here we go. The 6 states that are going to be safe from the alien invasion: Virginia, Alabama, Massachusetts, New York, Minnesota, and Florida.
I ain't gonna lie, I think New York would be like the first one to get hit, but hey, I'm just saying, man.
Florida safe from the alien invasion? Florida is safe from the alien invasion? Oh, okay. But my thing is, one of the newscasters bluntly laughed and said, I'm glad we safe. Ain't nothing gonna happen to us. What? So y'all basically telling the American people we need to prepare for the aliens because they're coming and they finna show themselves to us and they don't know what the fuck is gonna go on, but we need to prepare ourselves and be safe. So my question is, why these states are safe and not the other states? Because I live in a state that's not on this motherfucking list. And you tell me I need to be worried? Then y'all laughing about this shit. And I'm going to tell y'all how I feel about the media. Some people get on TikTok and tell people who's giving great information and being informing and let you know what's going on. You call us fear mongers. You say we're trying to put fear into people. We're trying to make people scared. We're trying to keep people in their house and all this whatever stuff. But when y'all listen to the media, y'all don't say that to them. Y'all don't say nothing to them at all. These 6 states, they showed on the media, on the news, that nothing's going to happen to these people. What about Chicago? What about other cities? Chime in, people, because what the fuck is going on? I feel like 2025 is a fucking movie series, and we're coming to an end, and what the fuck? Then on top of that, it's the funny ass smirks that they was making that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. What the fuck y'all sitting up there smirking for? Y'all talking to the American people. And that's why I tell people, always be prepared for anything. Always make sure that you watch your surroundings. Make sure that you protecting yourself, your family, your friends. Make sure you protect yourself at your job. It's basically protecting your well fucking being. Because we don't know what times we're living in right now. They are doing so much sneaky shit. It's unfucking believable. And then they want you to be calm. And my thing is, y'all always talking about y'all want us to pay our taxes. Y'all want us to keep spending money on this high ass food, high ass bills. Y'all want us to keep just giving. When y'all basically telling us that we in our last days. Because that's basically what y'all telling us. We in our last fucking days.
Y'all ready for this fake alien invasion? I'm just saying, man. They was up there, cuckooing and hee-heeing and ha-haing because they know that it's all a sham. They just out here telling a story. If there was an alien invasion, it would be from the aliens that are already here. The ones that are in control. The ones who are in cahoots with the people who are in the highest of office in the government. Those are the ones who would be sending out this alien invasion. For us to think that it's aliens when it's really just them people. Oh man. Anybody seen Westworld? This looks like Westworld. This mother got muscles and everything. Oh man.
Do you notice that they have the same amount of ink on them? Do you notice that they're made out of the same virtually worthless stuff? It's paper. Did you get it? It's paper. When we create money, we have created an instrument of value that has no value of its own. And it's just as expensive or inexpensive to print the 20 as it is to print the 1. I'm here to prove to you that bankers, especially in the Federal Reserve System, make multiplied trillions of dollars and never create one thing of value. Are you with me? You want to learn this or not? Are you sure? An automaker might make 1 or 2% profit. A builder might make 10% profit. But the printers of money have no limit to the amount of money they can create and the wealth that they can create for themselves. Money's the bloodline of a civilized society. It's the instrument by which a product is sold or bought. Reduce the supply of money below the necessary levels to sustain trade. Reduce the amount of this in the system below the levels necessary to sustain the current trade, and you create a depression.
Create one.
Alright, so some little kid-sized pants and a bone that I'm hoping is a deer bone. Any of you guys that are more versed in this stuff than myself,
Whoa.
this could maybe be an arm bone or something. I found a deer skull a while ago, so obviously this could be part of that, but it is right here next to these pants, which is a little suspicious. So, like I said, it is becoming cadaver dog time quickly. The last remains we found on the property on Halloween Day that we had the sheriff's department out for, that they were pretty concerned about, that went to the medical examiner's office. We still haven't heard anything back, and we've contacted them twice. Yeah, and so I think this is enough now, with the plethora of personal belongings that are literally strewn about everywhere, that aren't just bags. Like, this is suspicious as shit. It's not just bags. Like, there's, like, I'm really surprised we haven't found jewelry. That's the thing that, like, if we find, like, worthless jewelry, like some sort of bracelet or something like that, it's gonna be really, really telling. The other thing with me is, I know leather, like rats and stuff, animals will eat leather, but these boots especially, like the green boots, and like these ones not as much, but the green boots were specifically eaten at the top. Now, exactly, the other one we found was only eaten at the top. Now, like, that would say to me that something was interested in what was in the boot, not the boot itself. Or what.
Y'all, what is going on out there? There's more videos too, but I don't know.
Yo, what's going on with Wiggins Wild World?
I knew something was up with this situation. If you haven't seen this guy in your FYP, I'm gonna fill you in on it a little bit. Because let me tell you, I did a little bit of digging and I found out exactly what is going on. That guy that you just saw, okay, him and his wife moved out to the Arizona desert, okay, apparently on their RV and got some property. Do keep in mind, before I go on any further, they have been out there for months now. Anyways, him and his wife did a series of videos that have been going viral as of lately of him exploring the property, apparently that he's never explored before, looking for an apparent source of water. And while exploring the property, even though I don't know how you couldn't have realized that before, they started to discover a whole bunch of backpacks, even some being buried in the ground, majority of them being children's backpacks. Also shoes that had the laces untied, which then convinced me that it may have been a pickup transfer site. You know, a layup spot, because it is known that they leave behind all their personal property once they get across. Patrol agents will tell you the same exact thing. It's a very tragic background. And after making those videos, even though, like I stated, he's been on that property apparently for months now, okay? He started talking about how apparently there were vehicles at the end of his property that I guess were looking at him. He kept talking about planes flying over, even though there was no evidence of any plane flying over. And they kept mentioning this bone that they found that they assumed was a human bone, that they said was sawed in half when they discovered it. But if you just so happen to look at a series of deer bones, or honestly a lot of other animals that are literally out in the Arizona desert at that, you might notice a lot of similarities. Not that I would ever try to discredit anything, okay? But the entire situation seemed off, and a lot of you have seemed to have agreed. I know a shit ton of people out in Arizona, and I found out the exact location of where that is. And come to find out after doing a little background check, it seems to be a situation involving an illegal, you know what, dealer. And after watching certain YouTube videos, I found out that they had actually admitted that as well. And it seems to be that On the Run isn't being found as being very enjoyable, because the more and more information that's coming out, the more and more it's looking to be that way. And I also noticed a couple of months ago that it was announced that they were also in the creator program. So just imagine videos that are 4+ minutes long, right? And they're accumulating hundreds of thousands of views. I'll never be the one to knock the hustle, but it's looking to be like somebody's looking for a trip to Mexico with a rather healthy amount of sitting around, you feel me? Regardless, this entire situation has intrigued me so much, and a lot of people have been wondering why my account has been primarily based around it. Because at first I was genuinely curious, you know what I mean? Especially when he started showing the backpacks and the shoes, etc. Obviously, when somebody sees that at first, it's going to seem concerning. But now it's just like, what's really going on?
Interesting, right? What's really going on with this Wiggins World people? Finding backpacks and clothes and stuff?
Okay, this one's a weird one. Trigger warning for some of you. There's a TikTok account called Wiggins World. Family sold all their possessions, moved off grid to the deserts of Arizona, and they found something out in the desert. I'm just gonna let the video roll. Let me know what you guys think about this, and have you guys ever come across something like this? Pretty scary. Take a look.
Well, now I'm recording right to TikTok because shit is getting real now. So we're off north of our property a little bit, and we were looking for places that naturally hold water, and we found this little pond that's north of an arroyo, and this thing is filled with kids' backpacks.
Filled with backpacks.
And there's a mound here, and
there's a bunch of signs
there's more
of
backpacks.
wildlife activity,
if you dig down,
it's
there's backpacks. There's little kids' backpacks here.
Don't be too loud, Christian.
There are kids' fucking backpacks here. I'm armed, but we found a place out in the middle of the desert north of our property that has bones and boots and
all sorts of shit.
Kids' backpacks. Yeah. This is getting really, really weird. You smell that?
What?
Something smells sweet.
No.
It smells like laundry detergent. Do you smell that? And there's
Well, it smells that sweet like that out in places out here.
So we just hit a point where we found our 5th backpack or bag after finding that boot, and yeah, we're done. We're gonna head back to the property. Gonna have to contact somebody about this because one of our neighbors was really, really interested when we found bones on our property, and that guy's been really, really against us having social media. So I think it's we're kind of in shock.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to figure this out, but we just found a bunch of backpacks, and like personal belongings.
Or something, 'cause we're gonna have to look at this later, but like.
Yo, what do y'all think's going on?
Scrolling through TikTok and I just happened to see this clip, and something caught my eye, so I slowed it down and check this out.
As fast as you can.
Yo.
Crazy that they. You see this?
With the not with the watermelon behind it though.
Backwards in time. If you move forward the same distance and backwards the same, then you would end up in the same place you started, just like in the fourth dimension. And while that may seem logical, if you think about it, it really doesn't make sense. If you imply that the fourth dimension is actually time, well, first of all, time is not spatial. There's a difference between space and time, quite obviously. And assuming that all dimensions are according to a pattern, then that doesn't really make sense either, because saying the fourth dimension is time, every dimension has time in it. So that would mean that the fourth dimension is special in some way, which doesn't really make any sense.
I told her everything.
All the stuff
Like every single thing. I told her about the first bones we found, that now a forensic anthropologist has looked at them and thinks that those were at least the lower leg bone, a human bone. Told her everything, and she talked to
It's all over TikTok.
We'll take a 5-minute recess without it. Well, then y'all better focus, because who cut? I want to run.
I have not watched Common Side Effects.
So my boy was in the bread aisle, checking out the bread, you feel me? So I'm gonna do the experiment, you know what I'm saying, with y'all too, you feel me? I'm gonna check it out. So we gonna push down on the bread, we're gonna see if it come back up like a sponge. That's gonna tell us if it's fake or not. Damn. Did it come back? That shit came right back. Let's try this one. See, I smashed that shit. And it came right back though. What other flavor we wanna try? Let's try the wheat bread, whole wheat. Oh, that shit fake.
It's a bubble universe
Yo. We got sponge bread square loaves.
by an asshole god.
Put us in here. Mm-hmm. Drink your vodka. How do we get out? I really drink it. Drink it. You can't leave. What? None of us can. Because you're not actually you. What? I know it's mental, but you're a copy of you. A digital clone. No, I'm me. I am me. I'm me.
No, not the real you.
Of course, Jack in the Box isn't going to be any different from the rest of them. Cravings, meet Jack. Pretty normal, right? Or maybe not. Let's talk about what a Jack in the Box is. A clown that pops out of a box when you turn the crank. It's interesting that they made it a clown, because did you know that Jack is essentially us, the people? Jack, in the 16th and 17th centuries, meant a male without a specific role or skill. A person to carry stuff, be sent on errands, brought along as a guard, or whatever you needed done. And that's why we have so many expressions with Jack, like Jack of all trades. Hit the road, Jack. Just doing some jumping jacks. Even a jack-o'-lantern, because it has a face. There are many others. But why is Jack in a box? Because as Jacks, we're subordinate to the Queen and King. And our minds need to be in boxes, or cubes. Like race, that's a box. Politics, that's another box. Religion, box. Money, box.
which is why we need to learn how to think outside the box. Now let's go back to this. Cravings, meet Jack. And then he's winking. I think what this really means is meet Jack, because that's what you're eating. Or even meet Jack.
You can't make
Meat Jack is crazy, yo. Dang. We eating jackass.
this shit up. Yeah, of course, no trespassing. Yeah, right. No drones. Yeah, right. We're going to decode all that, fam. But look at this. Looks like the tops of our castle, right? Hold on. Look at this. Look at this. Just randomly in the middle of nowhere, two parallel stone crystals with that horseshoe magnetism, positive electricity still in it. Come on, y'all. This shit is ancient as hell, bro. What is this doing in that? What is that doing? How far down does these two stone crystal pillars go? Literally, it's like an invisible crystal etheric barrier going on here. Electromagnetism, electricity going on over here. Real positive electricity going on. Looks like the tops of the castles. Make this shit make sense. There is multiple stone crystals all in this big alchemical process of the crystal. This shit is amazing, y'all. Look at this. This shit's shining in the sun, y'all. This shit is shining. It's crystal tech. This shit is crystal tech. This shit is ancient. This is us. This ancient aboriginal indigenous Olmec stone crystal UV ray pineal gland technology, nigga. This us. We on the top of our shit. There's electricity going on over here in the etheric realms. This shit is activating. Wow. Wow. How deep does it go? This is our ancient stone crystal work. What the fuck, bro? What the fuck, bro? I didn't even catch that the first time. What?
There probably is like a whole building underneath them.
He doubts everything. Honey, is space real?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you
Really
believe?
made up.
Really made up, for real.
Kickstand in the flag, so that it looks like it's floating.
It's definitely made up.
Skywatcher. I watched a video of theirs on YouTube. I mean, it'll blow your mind. It's these military dudes that are their own private organization now, developed this technology that they call the dog whistle. Anytime they turn on the dog whistle, a UAP shows up.
It's like a calling beacon.
They have different classes of UAPs, and this is a little chart. So there's the Tetra, which is class 1, the Tic Tac class 2, Blob class 3, Beam class 4, Manta Ray class 5, Bright Star class 6, Jellyfish class 7, Hornet class 8, and then Egg class 9. It's always daylight too. They never summon them at night.
Even scarier.
Yeah, because they can better observe during the day.
So if the government's able to do that, there's no way they're not like saying, let's trap one.
But that's not even the government. This is their own company.
That's what I'm
private
saying, but like the
company.
government has this information.
Yeah.
They're definitely catching these things, tricking or trapping or something.
I saw this. I'm like, how is no one's talking about this? This video, they're literally like, turn on the dog whistle, and they're like, yeah, there's the class 1.
Dude, I do not want to see that in real life. Like, I'm way more okay with it being spooky than real.
It's so strange though that like this frequency, they said they have 100% success rate of it. As soon as they turn it on, they will see a UAP.
Yeah, it's not like we just shot in the dark and they just show up every once in a while. Like this
Yeah.
is a literal communication system.
Yeah.
Yo. This dog whistle they're talking about, man, I've heard about this before. Like, and not in the sense of it being a dog whistle. I know I've heard that term before, but I've heard other people talk about it. Like Dr. Malachi York, he would talk about UFOs. He would say, oh, it's nothing to get UFOs summoned. You know, we just whistle a little bit, change the frequencies a little bit, and they'll come through. And he was saying this years ago, like years ago. And here they are with this technology now. They probably was listening. Cameras caught something moving across the sky over SoCo. We've circled it in red. That's the moon up there, isn't it? Oh, snap. I don't know what that is, though. Dang.
We've killed more Muslims than they've killed us by an awful lot. We've invaded more Muslims.
I am not for more killing.
An awful lot. And yet somehow we're exempted from these things because they're not really a reflection of what we believe in. We did it by accident. That's why we invaded Iraq and put 4 million people.
We're not convincing anybody.
It's not I'm specifically telling you that I disagree with what you think.
I know.
Mysterious orb, huh? Oh. Okay. What is this orb? Is it another planet?
Yeah.
People love pickleball.
You want to hear something crazy? Really crazy? I shouldn't even tell you this. I was going to murder all of you today. I was going to murder all of you, and now I'm having the nicest time. And you realize, take a second and think before you make just choices. Like, you're nice people. You're really nice people. And I was going to slaughter you. Oh, just slaughter all of you. Slaughter you up. Slaughter you away. When? But are you kidding? I don't know, this afternoon. I do this a lot. I go camping and I go up to people. I'm just kidding, man. You're on my new show. I go up to people that are camping and I tell them I'm going to slaughter them. And then it's rightfully scared. You're on my show. It's a show. It's okay if it's a show. It's a, whoa. Hey, stop judging it like if I just did it. It's a show. It's for something on.
Yo. A show or not. I'm out of there. I don't trust dude ever again. What? Imagine that. Like, you just on this camping trip. He's like, yeah, I was about to slaughter you all like cows. You looking around like, bro, we gotta go.
A child that's transgender.
Absolutely.
And that's, that warms my heart, particularly as a Black man.
What?
The Vermont is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
You see Zeus wielding.
It makes a lot of sense.
This is weird. Way up in the mountains in the middle of nowhere. Found some really cool rock formations. Randomly towering out of the ground. Look how tall and straight these are. Looks like it's old ancient cement.
As I talked to our operations center, they say that there is a building with partial damage at 6th and Brannan.
Our reports are there are some minor structural problems. Do you have any reports on that? So far, I have heard
Yo.
there are some minor cracks.
Is this a movie? Cause that look like Michael B. Jordan. Does it not? Don't that look like the dude on Sinners?
In the stadium and around the city, we've had several minor problems which are being addressed at this time.
Doppelganger? Clone? Who is it?
Yeah.
Oh, snap. Polar bear.
What's wrong?
Oh, nah. He came at him. Oh, nah. No, he got lucky.
Yeah, very brave guy.
Damn, that guy is brave.
Rebecca?
Sorry.
There, gun.
I ain't messing with no bears. Polar bears, koala bears, Care Bears. I'm good, G.
The way the socials are being censored while the world is trying to tell us everything is going wrong on America's part is giving.
There is no war in Ba Sing Se. Phases.
Yo, what is that? You see that? Did y'all see that coming down in the sky?
They teach about the Black Panthers in China. I repeat, they teach about the Black Panthers in China, and they don't teach about the Black Panthers here. And they still shoot up Fred Hampton's grave every year. And people still got issues with the Chinese.
Perhaps the most literal definition of loose change you will ever see. A semi-truck crashed in North Texas yesterday, spilling an estimated 8 million dimes onto the highway.
8 million?
Fear not, we did the math for you. That's $800,000 worth of coins. The freshly minted dimes were scattered across the southbound lanes of US 287 near Dallas. Police say the driver of that 18-wheeler had veered off the roadway, overcorrected, and then overturned. Street sweepers were used to collect the shiny coins on the road.
This is how you can tell if your phone is hacked or if someone is listening to your calls or whatever is going on, trying to steal your information, whatever. You dial *62# call. All of this should say disabled. All of this should say disabled. If anything say activated, that means that somebody probably hacked you. So this is how you do it. You go back. You dial #002# call. It's going to say all calls. I disabled it. Can't nobody hear nothing I got going on or hacking anything. Listening into my phone calls or messages. This how you check it. Then you go back. And then you repress *62# call. And it should all go back to disabled. Thank ya.
Okay.
Jeff Bezos.
Hey, how much I want to bet she's from Baltimore? Just the way she talk. I'm just saying. And I'm about to use that trick too. I got to see if anyone's hacking my phone, because sometimes I feel like if you ever call somebody and then like as it's ringing, you hear this like in the background. I always wonder what that is.
Said, nah, we not going to play that game. Y'all not about to have people blaming me for raising prices. I'm letting them know exactly who raised the prices. That's what Amazon let their customers know this morning, and then the White House heard about it. And they made Amazon change their damn mind. So this morning it was reports that Amazon was going to give their customers full transparency when they purchase an item. So the transparency basically was this. When you're about to purchase an item, you see it for the regular price, and then when you get to the end, you know, when you pay the shipping and the tax and everything like that, you'll see that that item just got boosted a little bit higher because they'll show you the tariff price at the end. And I'm thinking that was Jeff Bezos' way of saying that, yo, listen, this shit ain't got nothing to do with me. But it seems like the White House put their foot on his neck right after that, because as soon as it went viral, the White House made Jeff Bezos and Amazon change their tune. Now, Amazon came out saying that they didn't mean that or something to that extent. Now, my question to you is, do you really think these tariffs will benefit us in the end? Because maybe not in the beginning. In the end, do you really think these tariffs will benefit us? Because people were saying that we're about to really fill it in the pocket. I'm out.
Hey, this is for
Maybe we just need to stop buying so much. I don't know.
all of the people who believe that they show us a little bit of truth in plain sight in movies and TV shows. Go to the first Resident Evil, where Umbrella Corp was meeting and they was talking about orchestrating the hit. The apocalypse, and he said it worked the first time. Very quickly they shipped to him, pointing at the Holy Bible. Man, that junk threw me. I say, oh my God, the flood was a hit. And you know what's crazy is when you start thinking about The Tower of Babel, that was clearly technology. But again, this video is entertainment, but I don't know. But in my mind, it sounds like they were building some type of technology to shift energy here on Earth. And here's another thing. When you think about the Great Flood, when you think about hiding truth in plain sight through movies, and then you actually apply that to all of these underground bunkers that they're building today, it does make you question, dang, okay, are they trying to orchestrate some type of cataclysmic event? Are they trying to do population reduction? You know what I'm saying? Is there enough food, money, and water to go around? Or do the elites need some of us to be reduced? That's the real question. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was interesting, but y'all comment down below. Let me know what y'all feel. All right, I'm out.
I think they just had to have a narrative to kind of build off of, because the old ones are drying up. So now it's like reset type thing, planned apocalypse, like he said, to try to reset and to try to switch the narrative, because now we need a new one to go off of. They don't want to, lose their positions of power. So therefore, you need a new narrative and a new way to retain that power. And I think that's what's happening, because it's like, there is a lot of signs.
Where did it go?
We got planes glitched out.
I lost it. Here it is. I can't get it on my camera. It's
Why is it standing still?
It's the rapture. Night what?
It's the Matrix.
This is a planned operation. There is no other way to describe this other than what is happening in Spain and Portugal is a planned operation. For whatever reason, the words metropolitan hub came up. I don't know why those words came up. Maybe Spain is considered a metropolitan hub. I'm not sure. And also, within this planned operation, they actually didn't really expect it to affect Portugal. So their main target was Spain. And for whatever reason, it ended up affecting Portugal, but that actually wasn't their main target or wasn't their main plan. So just keeping that in mind. All right, moving on. So they needed a neutral reason. So I asked why. What are they saying on the front end why this happened? And this is what they're reporting on right now. Half of the reports is, we don't know why this is happening. We don't know why millions of people are out of electricity right now. And then the other half of the reports are saying that a large oscillation in the electrical voltages. That's why millions of people are out of electricity and without water and stuck in places all over Spain and Portugal right now, is because there was a large oscillation in the electrical voltages. That's what they're saying. But very specifically, when I look at the back end and this planned operation, they needed a neutral reason to blame, right? Not a solar flare, not a terrorist attack. They needed a neutral reason, and this is their reason. So why? That was my next big question. Why would they plan something like this? Now, look, guys, like weird natural disasters and weird natural things, they really do happen all the time. And there have been plenty of times I remote view something. I'm like, well, that's boring. There's nothing behind it. And I'm very honest about that. Okay. And I would say that if this was the case, and it's just not the case. This is a very strategically planned operation that happened and is happening. Why would they do this? They wanted to see how the population would respond. This was a test. It's a test.
All right, guys, I'm going to blow your mind on this one, okay? These are the bullet points. These are the stopping points of Amelia Earhart's journey around the world, okay? She started in California. She went from California, Arizona, New Orleans, Miami, Venezuela, Brazil, across the breast of Africa, all right? India, came down here to Australia, New Guinea, and then somewhere out here in the South Pacific, she got lost before Howland Island, which is about 2,000 miles from Hawaii, okay? And then she would have went to Hawaii and back to California. So she did this much of the journey, but then right here she got lost. Now let's look at it on this stupid thing. Okay, now these are the same areas marked. Started in California, went across here, Miami, Venezuela, Brazil, went back up across the breast of Africa, right? up and this way across India, then went down, down here to Australia, and then when it went back up to the United States. Now let's look at that. Look at that nonsense. And this is old Wilson. The one I beat to smithereens. It's back together again. Looks good, doesn't it? Yeah, looks real good. But that's ridiculous. It was meant for both. He said it on the back of his map to use this either as a globe or a plane to take your choice. So he set that up to work on both models, okay? But just look at that flight path. One makes almost a perfect circle, and the other one's a bunch of jumbled mess. Which one you think is more accurate?
I don't think people understand what Wiggins World just uncovered. You don't just have that many people wandering through Arizona, leaving that many backpacks, and somebody, whether it's Border Control, DHS, somewhere in the federal government, they know. They knew, and now they're scrambling. Unless there was federal pressure, TikTok wouldn't just remove that video. There's tons of topics that get a ton of coverage and spread like wildfire on TikTok. It's because one of two things is happening. The feds had no idea. The government had no idea. Or they did know. And now they're going into, oh shit, I gotta cover this up. People need to know about this shit, guys. This cannot be happening. Not just for like the sake of the country, but these are people's lives that they could be missing, they could be unalive, who knows? Like, this is a big issue. If I was Wiggins World, I would go and I would live stream from there. And I think that they have been live streaming. I'm not sure if they've actually been out into the desert while they do it or if they're just talking off camera. I haven't caught a live stream yet, but I have seen his videos. And I don't think that people understand what Wiggins World really just uncovered.
You ever heard me say you're going to drink truth from a fire hose? This is that moment. Redacted just dropped an interview with Eric Hecker. He is a whistleblower who worked for Raytheon, stationed in Antarctica. And everything you've ever heard about Antarctica, this dude just went all the way. He testified to Congress. He says the military-industrial complex is upset with him, has been hitting him with DEW, so he says, fuck you, I'm dropping it all. Directed energy weapons capable of earthquake induction, moving storms, like North Carolina. He says directly, the 2011 earthquake in Christchurch, New Zealand was caused by them, and it can be confirmed through the leaked Hillary Clinton emails because that body count is absurd, right? Dude, put thoughts into your head. Levels of technology that would appear to be pure magic to you. And all of us, like, you cannot grasp. You have to go listen to this. It's on YouTube, Redacted. Just search that. He just dropped it. He also on Rumble. He covers all of it and says he indicates the massive military base underneath the Denver International Airport. He covers all the bases and the things they are doing to us. However conspiracy minded you are and however paranoid and whatever you think the government is doing to us, there is some entity embedded within the government and it is doing things way worse and far beyond your wildest fucking dreams of how horrible these crooked sons of bitches can be to us. Like he puts and ties together the unexplainable mass compliance during Corona is some part of this weapon. And he describes everything all about it. The infrastructure, what it looks like, how it operates. It goes full fucking Star Trek. He says this is also functioning as an interstellar traffic control system, monitoring the neutrinos released from the engines of interstellar ships. It also can positively charge these neutrinos, and that is how they are moving storms and doing all the other wild shit. Dude, people, like all the wildest shit you've ever heard about Antarctica, this dude just lays it out and then just gives you the details to it. Like this, the Great Awakening is upon us, and it is far more than just the corruption and the money they've been hiding, but what they've been doing with our stolen money. Exploiting us, testing weapons on us. He says this is worldwide. And he even would indicate to you that he says that we are using these weapons worldwide against an adversary indicating that it might not have even been our own government who steered that hurricane into North Carolina, that this is an active thing going on back and forth. Even indicates like how Joe Biden said that Turkey would be hit with something or an earthquake if they didn't comply to what he was asking. And lo and behold, they had that huge earthquake induction. Holy shit, people. Like fucking, we're learning some shit. Prepare yourselves. Go watch that. And good luck to you. Because we are in the thick of it. This is officially a revolution. And it is incumbent upon all of us to stay calm and educate ourselves. And also learn to recognize the history that is happening around us. Good luck to you all. And long live this beautiful republic.
Yo, a lot of that information's been here for quite some time. Like, I'm talking about 10, 20, 30 years. People have been talking about this same information and these same technologies that these people have, you know. One of them's HARP. You know, they talked about that for quite some time. And it's almost as if you can learn about it, right? And you can see, oh, I know what's really going on now. But what can you actually do to stop it? Because like you said, this is a worldwide thing. So I think the most you can do right now is protect yourself, you know, and learn about the technologies to maybe possibly defend yourself in the future from any of these types of attacks or whatever they may be. But it is crazy to think about, man, that when you see these hurricanes or these tornadoes and these earthquakes, who's really causing that? They try to tell us it's God. This is God doing this, and he's casting thunderbolts down, and he's twirling and blowing on the earth and making hurricanes. And I think these people just want to be God.
The Solar Warden. Have you heard of it?
You should quit asking me if I've heard of it, because I haven't.
I'm always going to ask you.
Sounds like a bad movie out of the early 2000s.
It's supposedly we have like a army in space. You'll see it, pictures and videos from the International Space Station of like weird looking craft that go by it. And the rumor is that their government, powers that be, whatever, are trying to slowly introduce like, hey, we actually have a army that's in space. And we have bases on Mars. We've been to every single planet in our solar system. We have a base on the dark side of the moon.
What is this? What is this conspiracy theory?
So this was commissioned in the 70s.
Okay.
It was Ronald Reagan. He has a book out. It's basically his journal entries or whatever.
Dear Diary.
But one thing Ronald Reagan wrote in his journal was he talked to someone, military leaders and NASA, and he wrote down like something along the lines of like, I didn't realize how far advanced we were. The fact that a spacecraft can carry 300 people
is bewildering.
What I'm about to show you, I've been coming here since I was a kid. This has always resonated with me. Always. Tartarian as fuck, bro.
Senator Thomas Hart Benton.
First off, this is crystal. This is beautiful. This is beautiful.
There is the East. There is India. What's that mean? East Indians? West Indians?
Beautiful. What? Oh, sorry, hold on. What's this say? Bronze. Yeah, they fucking repurposed it because underneath it is gold. Wow. I knew it. I always knew. What's that say on the map? America. That looks like that was not original. I don't want to zoom in because it's raining. But what he's holding is like a map, and it says America, and that looks new as fuck. That thing has always intimidated me, because I'm like, oh, it's going to come to life. But I love it, and now I know why. Tartaria! Alright, onward to the energy stabilizer.
Tonight in KC.
Holy shit!
Got the war choppers on the street. What's up with that? why they wouldn't land. Come on now, what would they do if they landed? What would we do to them if they landed? Just think about that at this point, because he realized that there was no point in talking about his UFO experiences, as no one was capable of having an adult conversation on the subject at this point. He ain't lying, man. At that point, they just trying to make a joke of you. They just trying to make a mockery of you. They trying to dumb it down to make it seem like you're a goofy. Might as well just change the subject, man. You guys believe in UFOs? Like Muhammad Ali knew he was onto something, right? Like a lot of the stuff that he talked about was like real stuff. And I feel like the people, not the people, but the powers that be didn't like that.
Oh, education. Don't use it. Don't use education. Because one thing about education, they give you two different versions of education. Because they tell you 1 times 1 is 1, but then they tell you how is it 1 when time's supposed to multiply and 1 can't multiply with 1. The fuck stop playing with me. It drives me crazy. I'm confused.
That's Terrence Howard. I think
that's
Terrence Howard.
That's everybody.
No?
That's truth. That's true. Truth can't lie. Listen, you may heard his voice, you may heard mine, we get the same downloads. See, I think you confused. Stop playing with me. 1 times 1 ain't 1. I'm gonna tell you why. Well, he forgot they created 0. Right? That's what I know he don't know. Tell him I told you. Right? They created the number 0.
So 1 times 1 is 2 is what
no,
you're saying?
No, 0 just don't exist. That's all. When they made the number 0, 0 never exists. The real numbers go 1 to 9. I was like, mama, 10, 11, 12, 13, all the numbers is fake. Oh, tell him that. He don't know that. I was like, mama, see, I get different downloads. I was like, mama, 0 is a fake number. The real numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, repeat. I was like, oh, mama, that's what a lot of people don't know.
So how's Charleston White gonna feel about you having?
He be dropping the gems, don't he? Y'all like 607 Onk. He came out of nowhere though.
Slavery and like that.
Oh, slavery never happened.
What?
Nope.
Never
happened.
It never happened.
Never.
It never happened. Listen, all they did was they defeated the Moors. Well, after they like backdoored the Moors and like that, they act like slavery happened. So they killed everybody and they woke you up and told you, this you free. They woke you up and told you was free, but you was never a slave. Oh, but they stole 4,000 years when they was at it. You don't know. But when we woke up, all the noses was shot off, the city was different. But you was so stupid because they told you that all these pyramids was built by only had rocks and bricks and like this. So you was just stupid. They just told you that shit. You went for it.
So
technology been around. They just give it to you a little bit at a time because they stole 4,000 years. Right? So if I steal 4,000 years, I give it to you a little bit at a time. That's why you like get the iPhone, the 13 come out, next thing the 14. Like the fuck, I ain't used the 13 yet. Because they got 30 of them done already. Right. Shout out to Elon Musk. Yeah, the world in a trick.
Yo, he not lying, man. Think about it, right? That's one way for you to rewrite history, is to kind of get rid of anyone who knows anything about history. So you try to basically kill off as much of the people as you can, right? And the remaining ones who do know about the history, you basically throw them in jails or mental asylums. We had tons of mental asylums back in the day in the 1800s. So it's like, what really happened, right? And I think that's what's going on, is they're rewriting things, and they're still doing it to this day. They're rewriting Bibles, like Disney at that, a movie company. So you got to think about this, right? How easy would it be for them to do the same thing now, today? All it takes is a few generations. You get rid of a few generations of people. You bring in the young ones and you teach them something different. You put them in schools and tell them this is what history really was. That's what history is going to be from that point on, because who's going to argue it? Who's going to combat it? And anyone who does, you're going to look at them like they're crazy or a conspiracy theorist. You just got random rockets. Particle armored liquid robot. No, I'm okay. Nah, man, they probably got particle armored food now. Look at that. That's like a little Skittle. Little jelly bean. Can't trust nothing nowadays, yo. Wow.
Keep in mind, this was real. Take a look at it, and remember, I had no idea what was about to happen. And I'll be right back.
Now, the first thing you need to know about amateur wrestling,
Yes.
or professional wrestling, or submission holds, you just tell me, brother, when you want him to quit squealing, okay?
All right.
It's called a front chin lock. How about it, T?
Keep him like that for a little while. Because he's all right. He's just sleeping. He's sleeping. Really, I was a sleeper hole. He'll be all right. He's waking up now. That was a serious hole. A lot of people.
See, it works. All right, brother.
And now, we'll be right back after this word from you-know-who.
Leaking. Look at his head.
When I got up and said we'll be right back, I had no idea where I was. I was in shock, and I know I'm doing this a little bit, maybe going too far. But can we get a close up of these stitches?
Well, one thing we found out is sleeper holds actually work. Oh, she's twerking like that for her. What is it?
It's done, we think, by DARPA, and a lot of it now is coming out of the jet fuel. So, those materials are put in jet fuel. I'm going to do everything in my power to stop it. We're bringing on somebody who's going to think only about that, find out who's doing it, and holding them accountable.
That ain't no cloud, y'all. What is that? What is that? Look at that shadow. That's pretty cool, though. Five suns is crazy. Two suns is even crazier. Shadow work is real. And this shadow stuff, crazy times.
What is this? This is a tornado forming. This thing goes crazy. And then after this tornado actually goes away. What is this doing?
What is that?
And then he walks in front of it.
Yo.
What is it?
That's something else. That's a
moving
ship.
Towards the tornado. Honey, it's moving towards the tornado. I'm watching this white spot. There's this white spot right here. That is a part of it, and it's slowly getting closer. It's about to hit the tornado. No, it's right there. That white spot. It's literally just got into it. Well, look.
Look like he's trying to block it off.
Oh.
Like, what's it doing?
And it does. But whatever this is, broke all of this apart? Was this like a cold air current? Like what the heck?
I don't think it was a cold air current, but what was that?
El mismo lado paitejo.
Yo, we got a walking tree. Who moving the trees?
Yeah, what does that represent? Now, if you look at the spiritual significance of what that means, and this is where it gets fucking demonic, bro. Yo, they're smart with it. Like, they really know how to put subliminals. I'm gonna read, yeah, I'll show you. Okay. I'm gonna read the spiritual significance of what a daisy is, ready? So, in occult and spiritual context, daisies are often associated with innocence of children. No. Yeah. Now, obviously, with Illuminati and, you know, the elites, what are they always known for? Taking advantage of kids, taking advantage of innocence and children. Yo, the Baphomet, the demon or the god that eats children, they sacrifice kids to them, right? What is she holding? The symbol of that. It's crazy, bro. What? And she made like a big, I guess, deal to show it on camera a lot. Like, and right when she dropped, she's like putting up like this. Crazy.
There's something in the sky that's moving. Do you see a bright light?
What the fuck is that? Is it a... What the fuck?
Yo.
Do you see that circle?
I don't know. It's still going.
What the fuck? I'm tripping. There ain't no mother...
It's getting bigger.
It just produced a fucking circle. I'm not tripping because I can see it on my fucking camera too.
Yeah, you ain't tripping. We see it too.
And it's like right in front of us right now.
What the fuck? I'm about to send it to Chelsea.
Go ahead, send it to Chelsea.
Like it went in a big like circle orb.
What the fuck?
Jessica is.
Fuck yeah, I'm recording this shit. What the fuck? Oh, it's gone. What the shit? Barely. What the fuck?
Oh. Freaking fire department and black
Oh no.
trucks and men in black out there.
No, I was wondering why my sushi was glowing.
What?
You have a shadow and it's flat. It's 2 dimensions, but your body is 3-dimensional. What if your body in 3 dimensions is a shadow of a 4th dimensional creature? I'm sorry.
Wow. I was just coming up on this thinking, oh wow, it's a dead end road. Not a dead end road. It's actually a road cut in the rock.
Oh snap. I thought that was a dead end too.
Holy moly. It's crazy.
All the way
Never
through
in my
there.
life have I seen anything like this. I guess it's a trail through a mountain. I have no idea. But I'm coming out of it. What do you think, folks? Unreal. Oh my God, that's unreal. Woo! All right.
Yo, robot crash out.
The question is, there's quite a bit of options, so listen carefully.
Okay. I'm in arena. I'm there.
You're in an arena, a gladiator. 50 hawks, 10 crocodiles, 3 brown bears, 15 wolves, 1 hunter with a rifle, 7 buffalo, 10,000 rats, 5 gorillas, 4 lions. Pick 2 to defend you. The others attack you. Goal is to survive 1 hour. What do you pick?
Unlimited ammo?
So let's just assume that he only has 1 chamber.
Like a
If he has,
hunting rifle.
Yeah, like 6 rounds or something.
6 rounds?
Yeah, I have my answer.
I want the
I'm
gorillas.
going brown bear and
I did too.
gorillas.
Same.
Yeah, that's, I would
Brown
pick the
bears and gorillas.
Well, you pick 2? I thought you picked 1.
No, you get to pick 2 to defend you. The rest are about to attack you.
I'm gonna say gorillas and rats.
Yeah.
10,000 rats are gonna stop a man with a gun?
Are we in like an enclosed space?
10,000 rats in an arena would be pretty dispersed.
Yeah.
I would choose definitely the gorillas, and I think the wolves. 15 wolves.
Well, who in their right mind picks a hawk, by the way?
Yeah. I like hawks, but...
A hunter with a rifle changes everything.
Listen to this man talk about dreaming.
So what you dream about? Dreaming the real, I don't want to say it.
Not talk. No, please.
I dream in the real life.
Oh.
A lot of people don't know. Nobody got to astral project because you don't need this body. Right? This body kind of like a prison. I keep telling you, like it's like a jail cell. And God the warden. A lot of people don't know.
Well, what do you have a bad dream? What's that? Yeah, you having nightmares, huh?
Ain't nothing bad. Yeah, why you trying to trick me? You know something bad.
No, like you having a bad nightmare.
But listen, everything I see comes from me. So if I have something bad, it's something bad in me. Listen, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. See this right here? Once it's manifested to the world, it's too late. It's too late for me to move it, touch it, do anything with it. You know why? Because it's already here, right? Because the problem within here already is internal. By the time they come external, bitch run. Nothing you can do. Create something else. Just like God. Watch it. Don't intervene. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people intervene with life ain't made for you to intervene. You can't intervene.
We got a lot of people here today, and if
too many.
Yeah, if he said too many. You said don't intervene.
You can't intervene with life. You're a God. Gods can't intervene. Can't intervene with your creation. You gonna throw it off, right? So you guys just let it be, and love it no matter what it is. But the problem is people don't know what love is. See, that's the problem here on Earth. That's why I'm not from here. That's why never could be from here.
So,
Earth. I'm not no Earthling.
So you have a partner that's a crash out.
Huh?
Crash out.
I'm a crash out. I crashed out for God. Well, listen, Jesus was a crash out, was an outlaw, was against the world. Stop playing on me. Everybody, listen, if you ain't no crash out, stop playing on me. I'm ready to die, gang, because I'm already dead. I'm ready to crash out. Stop playing on me. Martin Luther King, all them, they ain't crash out. They ain't crash out. Stop playing on me. Take all the seats down. Listen, I got $10,000 for every Martin Luther King sign. Hit me up, 314-201-7104. Bring me them signs.
I think we got one. We got a couple of them. So as I was saying, a lot of people here, so when they go home and they dream, can you explain like what the hell's going on when...
They dying. You dead. When you dream, you dead. So everybody here probably had this happen. You ever had this happen before? You was asleep. You thought you was up. You try to get up. Your body wouldn't move, right? Your body won't move. Your soul wasn't back yet. Yeah, you glitched. Right? Until everybody realizes this is not real, they're going to keep coming back here. But let me tell you the problem. Because, and I don't want to say this because it's going to scare a lot of people, right? But remember, God said you have free will, right? And remember I told you death is fate, right? But remember I told you you got free will. So remember I told you, Jesus said, if 3 people in the same room believe, what's going to happen? Stuff going to happen. Now the whole world gets to believing in death. Guess what's going to happen? Death's going to event itself. Right? So right now we live in a parallel universe. People think like, oh, it's parallel. I'm going to tell you it's parallel like this. It's parallel through the mind. You could be sitting right next to me. How many times you sit next to a person, you saw something happen, they saw something totally different than what you've seen? How many times did that happen? So right now, we all live in a parallel universe, but everybody won't see it. It's a conscious level game. But conscious is not from thinking. The brain has no IQ. It can't. It's a receiver. You get smarter by cleaning your vessel. Right? That's how you get smarter. IQ is a lie. You should have known that when they told you the dolphin had more brain power than you. You just said, you stupid. Because how the dolphin gonna have more brain power than you? Right? You should have said, you stupid. Right? The brain don't have an IQ. The heart don't pump blood. If they tell you that everything they tell you is backwards, right? Let me tell you so you know.
your heart pumps energy to your body, frequencies that come in through your head that they call a brain. And so you have an IQ and you don't got one. Everybody's the same smart. Let me tell you what I mean by everybody's saying smart. Michael Jackson said this. He wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, song come through his head. I got to record it now, right now, because Prince gonna get it. He understood that we all got the same information available to us to foster this firmament. Right? It's just about how you position yourself, your antenna to receive it. That's why I tell you I'm dumb. When I talk, it's not me. I know where I pull from.
Yo, how y'all feel about 607 Onk though, for real? Because I ain't gonna lie, he just had me glued the whole time. Because I'm like, yo, everything he's saying makes sense. Does it not? Hmm.
Yeah, give me a hamburger and french fries and a Coca-Cola. That'd be 35 cents, please.
35 cents. Man, look, if I was living back then, I'd be balling right now. 35 cents, I'll go in there with $2, right? I'd be like, baby, get whatever you want and some. 35 cents for a whole meal?
I guess y'all won't be creepy.
But yeah, man, McDonald's was stolen, just like Burger King was stolen. Probably a lot of these places have been stolen by big time investors or, you know, someone who just came up and stole the idea. I think Burger King still operates in Illinois, like the original Burger King. It's just like they can only operate within one like county within the city. It's weird how they got it set up.
On Instagram no more. And this is for everybody that be double and triple looking at people's Instagram stories on some stalker shit. Instagram is letting everybody know you a stalker. So you already know Instagram hit that update. That update where they let you know who's looking at your story over and over and over again. So now when somebody view your story, they're going to go in order. Whoever viewed first, you're going to be able to see who viewed first to last. But if they review your story, guess what's going to happen? Their picture going to pop back up to the top of the list as many times as they review your story. So now you would definitely know who's stalking you. Oh, hold on. And Instagram did something else. This update right here is going to let you know who your real friends is. Instagram also did an update where they let you know when somebody is screenshotting and close friends. Oh, you heard what I said, right? And I'm glad they doing that, because y'all messing shit up for people in close friends. Bad enough people don't want to show nothing on close friends no more anyway. Nobody don't want to open up close friends and see a cooking show. Nobody don't want to open up close friends and see kids. Nobody want to open up close friends and see your parents on Mother's Day and Father's Day. That's not what close friends is for. And y'all messing that up. So I'm glad that they putting that feature in there, so we can get back to the real close friends. And so we can know who's stalking who. Stop stalking. It's not good. Instagram. Thank you.
Wait, what? Stalking? How is that stalking in the first place? You got a public profile that you post things on for people to watch. So when people watch it, now they're stalking? Man, social media is crazy.
It's likely non-human intelligence from some other galaxy or far out in our own galaxy that have come here but some time back, and that there are stations here. You know, I mean, one of our remote viewers that was really good came up one day and said, I was looking around and I think I found a UFO base on Earth. this is during the remote viewing era, and you know, oh my God, I've got to report this to my CIA contract monitor. Do I want to tell him that? And so I did, and one of the places he came up with some, but one of the places he came up with was Mount Zeal in Australia. And so my CIA contract monitor says, well, I know this station keeper, CIA station keeper out in Australia. I think I'll call him, and I won't tell him why I'm asking, but I'll ask him about Mount Zeal area. So he gave him a call, and he said, I'd like to ask you about that Mount Zeal area. He said, oh, you mean where the UFOs are always flying around? So I thought, oh, gee, you know.
What? It's not science fiction. You heard her. Chinese and Egyptian fighter jets flew in formation over the the pyramids of Giza. I almost said pyramids. But you know what that means.
The solution is not to take Africa.
Black people here in the U.S. Given the current conditions of our country and the collapse of our supply chain, over the next few weeks, we all understand things are about to start getting kind of wicked. And I'm not saying that to scare people, that's just how it is. That means people are about to start getting a lot more desperate. Folks are about to start getting more aggressive. Don't go out here playing yourself out of position over no dumb shit. Do not give these folks exactly what they want. If you're not protecting yourself, your family, or the community, let it go, keep it pushing. It is not worth it. They are hoping that people crash out and contribute to the prison population. Do not become a statistic because you can't control your ego. You can't control your emotions. Just because of the rest of the country is falling apart, that doesn't mean we as a community have to follow suit. Don't go out here acting like an asshole, thinking you special and you the only one going through shit. You not. You don't know what the next person is going through. Give them grace. Lean on each other. Don't be selfish, bro. As much as you need help, somebody else gonna need just as much help. If you don't need help, give help. It's just that simple. These are the times that we need to be a community more than ever because we don't have an option. We don't got the luxury of trying to bite off each other's heads and be snapping at one another because the rest of the world is already trying to do that. Lock in, take a deep breath, lean on your community, and try to be the best part of somebody's day.
They're called Menehune, this Hawaiian cryptid. This dude lives up in the mountain. He rides a bike through this old kind of stone wall ruins area. Over the wall's edge, he just hears voices. He's like, it's really weird that there would be someone over in this area. And so he stops and he looks over and he describes human-ish, but 2 to 3 foot tall. They ask him, can you describe for us what the voices sound like? It sounds ridiculous, right? Play the next clip. Tell me this isn't the same creature. You guys remember this? Yes, here it sounds. That sounded. It's very similar. They sounds like the same thing.
We know so little of what's happening. Yeah. What do you guys think about inner Earth? UFO sightings around caves. A lot of talks about giants going into caves.
That underground highway.
Yeah.
I'm so scared right now.
And what
You guys have no idea.
It would make sense if there was these
for
creatures
real.
living in this other place.
Well, don't they say doesn't it say in the Bible that they come up out of the earth?
Yeah. They said if the world went to nuclear warfare, the world basically would be destroyed in 7 minutes.
Wow.
Wow. You know what I'm more scared of than being blown up by a bomb?
What?
Surviving.
Surviving said bomb.
And living through nuclear winter.
I would rather. I don't care. I'm living through nuclear winter. I'm trying to survive. I'm just saying. I'd figure it out. If that was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be scared. Like, oh man, now I gotta do this. It's like, hey, this is what it is. This is what's in front of me. We're gonna make it happen. But man, hopefully we never have to.
I'd rather be like in the blast zone than like outside of the blast zone.
Well, you remember the story? Do you ever hear the story about Jim Carrey when he was in Hawaii? They had like these, the alarm codes went off, like the text and stuff that said basically you have 11 minutes. There's a nuclear bomb headed toward Hawaii. Take cover. It's gone. Like Hawaii is gonna be gone off the map.
Take cover.
And, yeah, like do whatever you have to do.
Gone.
Say it. And so I think he called his like manager that was like there in Hawaii, and he just put his phone down and he just sat on the beach and he just waited. And he said there was like this peace and joy that came over him that has not left him to
I
this
guess
day,
my
but it's
question
like,
is, what movie did he do after that? I feel like that would just really impact me and change.
It was Sonic the Hedgehog. he was like, you know what? It's time to start making movies that matter.
This is the Kailasa Temple in India. It was built between 756 and 773 AD. According to the fake history, the fake mainstream narrative, they built this out.
Wait a minute. Wait, no, I'm gonna let him talk.
This mountainside, this hillside, and this is one piece, one complex, chiseled, hand chiseled from the top down.
Quit playing.
Who honestly believes that? They expect us to believe that. Look at that. Look how perfectly symmetrical. This is symmetrical. Elephants on both sides. Look at that. Laser technology. This is lasers or some other abilities that they had back in the day that we don't have anymore, or that they hide.
They're not showing us everything. Everything's not excavated from what was once here. You can tell, like, if you look up the top, like, right, there's, like, open little, what could be windows or doors or whatever over here. You know, everything else is probably still under the rock or in the rock.
There's no way we did this with hammer and chisel. That's fabrication. That's fake history. I want y'all to look at how detailed this is. Look at the intricate cuts and the details. Do you honestly believe that all of this was hand chiseled from one piece, from one mountainside, one rock area? That's what the mainstream wants us to think. That all these details and cuts and divots and steps and all that, they didn't build anything from somewhere else and carry over and stack it. They went from the top down. Allegedly, it took them 17 years to do that. This is one piece. All these statues and different, you know, monolith-looking things and this whole cave system, all these pillars, all that stuff. Look at all those elephants, all that stuff.
It would take me 17 years to make one elephant. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to chisel that mug and making it look perfect.
It's hand chiseled. No power tools. This looks like it was laser cut. Ancient people had technology. People in the past had technology. So guess how many pounds, how many tons of rock they had to move to complete this? Between 200,000 and 400,000 tons. So that's between 400 million and 800 million pounds of earth and stone they had to move. Look at that. Look at those cuts. Look at those cuts. This is a computerized laser system. The thing is, people are like, oh, well, they just had a lot of time back then. They had a lot of people, a lot of manpower to pull this off. Just because you have, you know, 1,000 workers doesn't mean it's going to equal skill. Quantity does not equal skill. Quantity does not equal perfection. Everyone had to be a master level stonemason in order for this to look like this. You really think like the foreman of the site is like micromanaging every single chisel? Oh wait, you need to go a half a centimeter into that rock. This would require masterful level stonemasonry that they did. There's no way they had that. This was a computerized laser system. So the point of this video is to get you to open your eyes and see that they're lying to you, and you cannot trust the mainstream. You cannot trust whatever the mainstream says. It's going to be cap. It's going to be. This is the Matrix, and they're going to feed you lies to keep you docile, controlled, and easy to manipulate. All right? So this was not built by hand. This was technology. This is something we need to all wake up to.
Need a jail.
So we still need a jail?
Yes.
bus, the cafeteria, the lunch plates, the hallways, basketball, the outside of it, and back to the buses.
So where are you going?
Sending us to jail.
Yo, shout out to her for waking up to realizations of what school really is. It's just institutionalizing all of our children at the end of the day, man. And it sucks because it's like they've set up a society to where like you have no choice but to send your children to school.
Before I send it back, any last messages to the astronauts before they take off?
I think just great luck. Be present. I mean, I'm so excited. I love the messaging that we keep receiving from the staff here at Blue Origin is don't film it through your phones. Look through your eyes. Be as present as possible. They will supply all the content that we need and to give to our families. But I love just being in the moment.
Yeah, same. And we're gonna. Yeah, we are so excited.
That's
we're gonna
crazy. They said don't film anything with your phones. That's a red flag right there. Red flag. They didn't want us to see any of the realness that was going on. Fake sun caught vanishing on camera.
Factor at play here may have been the concept of atmospheric electricity and corona discharge. Atmospheric electricity refers to natural electrical phenomena in the Earth's atmosphere, such as lightning, thunderstorms, and the continuous atmospheric electric baseline or global electric circuit that is constantly in the air around us at all times. Corona discharge is a process where a current flows from an electrode with a high voltage into the air surrounding it, creating a luminous glow and ionizing the air. Another phrase for this is called St. Elmo's fire. Here's an example of this phenomenon actually occurring at one of these very pagodas.
Y'all ever seen that before in real life?
Okay, I'm in Tokyo. You guys see anything weird? Do you see anything weird? I'll post it on the screen.
Look at that.
I don't know. Well, I do know. Okay. This is very odd. You got this right here. You know, I look into the symbols and whatnot. It looks like they even have it here too. Not sure. I'm gonna look what this means, what this is, this place. Stay tuned. Okay, I just looked it up. I found out what it is. It's an adult entertainment club. And get this. Look who's right in front of the place. It's right behind me. Police.
Yo.
Why is the police right in front of an adult entertainment club with the symbols? Not a coincidence. Just saying.
Definitely not a coincidence, yo.
What if I told you Tartaria wasn't just a placeholder name for Asia on old maps, or whatever propaganda Google and Wikipedia have fed you? What if it was actually a worldwide advanced civilization that's been removed from history to cover up sources of free energy in order to enslave us to a system based around so-called scarce resources, ensuring that the pyramid of power hierarchy remains intact? As an NPC plugged into the system, this will be hard for you to fathom. But you need to realize your perception of reality has been molded by a handful of people in power. And historians and archaeologists can be led astray by those who fund their research. But once you come to terms with the fact that you've been gaslit your whole life by people in positions of authority, a covering up of true knowledge becomes obvious. But it's never too late for us to open our minds and rediscover that knowledge.
The Earth. I'm sorry, Globetards. It's flat.
A 500-year-old ice wall map has just been discovered, and this might be the best one yet because it fits a lot of the missing pieces together that we've had for a while. Now look at this. This is supposed to be Antarctica, but it's all green because it was 500 years ago, and it was at a time when the world was much warmer and there were no winters anywhere. And there's so much detail. These people, they drew exactly what they saw, and they saw all these creatures on these other continents, and this relates to the the flat earth German map from the 1940s that they used when they went out and discovered what was going on in Antarctica, and they mapped it all out. And this relates exactly to that map, and this even has Agartha right in the center. It actually shows the continent there. And this is the flat earth German map from the 1940s, which shows where they went out on expeditions back then to Antarctica, and they mapped out everything that they found. But since this is almost 500 years later compared to the other map I just showed you, these other continents are now frozen over by ice sheets because everything freezes over time. But I don't have an animation to show how that works. But this map right here is supposed to be a moon map reflection, and that is just the moon. They say that the moon acts like a map to everybody on Earth, and this is a reflection of everything, and it shows where all of our continents are. It's really hard to explain without animation, but I just saw a lot of similarities between this map and the other one, and no one has pointed this out yet. And this is the highest resolution image that I could find of this map, but if you look closely, if you zoom in, you'll see all these different kind of creatures. That looks like a dinosaur. How'd they even know those existed 500 years ago unless they actually saw them and all these other type of creatures that used to be around? It kind of proves what I've been saying this entire time about all these ancient creatures that the medieval people wrote about. They wrote about exactly what they saw, and these had to be real, otherwise we wouldn't have so many stories about them.
Yo, you think they seen dinosaurs? You think the Antarctic wall is real? I think it's real. I just think they're hiding a lot from us. And I think there's more to the North Pole than what's told as well, because why would all these old maps have depictions of land at the North Pole? What's really at the North Pole? Is it Agartha? And why do all of our compasses point north, right? What's the actual reason? It can't be magnetics, right? Because if I put like a big magnet next to it, like it's not going to point to the magnet. It's still going to point north. So what is it really attracting to? You seen that as information.
I'm right here, boss man. I got vision.
Red Mercury. Why can't you see red Mercury? What is it? Yeah, what is the frequency of red mercury? That's what I want to know. Because it's clearly messing with frequencies. What's your guys' thoughts on red mercury? I haven't really done too much research into red mercury, and it's weird that they used to use it in like old like stereo systems and VCRs and stuff like that. So like I'm curious to do more research into what red mercury is, because like you can't even see it in mirrors and things like that. So it's very interesting. But yeah, guys, these are some of the most creepy and strange TikToks that are out there. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe, turn your notification bells on, and until next time, YouTube, peace.